an Irish legend, man. I'm a living legend. Yeah, I see myself as the champ already.
Already? You're the featherweight champion already?
Of course. I see myself as the champ from day one. Before I even started training, I always saw myself as the champ. That's how I see myself. I visualize myself already there. I visualize everything. I visualize this conversation. I visualize the walkout. I visualize everything going on. I know I have shots picked out that I'm going to throw in this fight in 5 weeks. You know what I mean? I've seen everything in my head, and now it's going to happen. You see it in your head, you're going to see it before your eyes. That's what I say. Excellence is not a skill. Excellence is an attitude. You know what I mean? And it's all in your head. You know, you tell yourself you are what you are, whatever you tell yourself you are. You know what I mean? And I'm telling myself I'm the two-weight champ. You know what I mean? That's that. You know what they say, when you see it in your head. Who says that? When someone says when you see it in your head, you're going to see it before your eyes, and that's what happened. I hope that inspires people to get out and chase what they're chasing. You know what I mean? And get after it.
When I won the fight and they strapped it, that Dennis Siva situation when I grabbed the 2 belts was before I'd even got 1 belt.
Yes.
That's how much the power of visualization. That's how strong the power of visualization is. I wasn't even a UFC world champion at that time, and already I was grabbing 2 of them and flaunting it in everybody's face. I believed it was going to happen. I put the work in for it to happen, and it happened. So it's a strong thing, the power of visualization. That motherfucker's been a part of my shit since I'm 16.
Now, he takes that concept, that's his philosophy of life and his pursuits of his fighting career and his hard work. But, of course, the eccentric Conor McGregor also takes it a step further, but it's kind of neat how it plays out. He makes a lot of predictions about his fight, and it's sort of created this persona called Mystic Man, where he makes all these predictions about his fights, basically saying how he's going to win the fight and in what round. And time after time after time, he's incredibly accurate to the point where, he's got this whole persona called Mystic Man, and people will ask him at the press conferences, so what does Mystic Man say is going to happen in this fight? And but the craziest one, they're all pretty crazy, but there was one with Aldo, where he said, he was talking about Jose Aldo when he fought and got that featherweight title, for the featherweight title. He predicted that Aldo would my lights are flickering. Aldo would try to unleash a right hand hook, and that he would turn out of it and take him down with a left. And it's funny because they actually show like footage that moments before the fight backstage, Conor, so not only said this and put this out there, but moments before the fight was to begin backstage, Conor was practicing, and he was practicing specifically that with a sparring partner. They have this footage where he waits for the opponent to throw the right, he turns a specific way, counters with the left, and takes him down, and it's exactly how it played out. Remember, that was the fight that took place, that ended in 13 seconds. So it's not like this went on and on and on, and he eventually, that eventually happened. This was right out of the gate. He just predicted. He said, Aldo's going to come at me. He's going to try to hit me with a right. I'm going to turn, counter with a left, and it'll be over. And that's what happened. So the whole Mystic Man thing is pretty interesting, and we'll have to drop in some stuff there for you to enjoy as well. So now, let's get back to the big fight. How the hell did this all come about where this Irish MMA fighter from the UFC is fighting Floyd Mayweather, whose professional boxing record, 49-0. How is this happening? Well, let's go through the timeline, and I think you'll enjoy how that this has come about. And it's what is just another reason to be so excited about this big fight. This all sort of started July 2nd, 2015. July 2nd, 2015, a little over 2 years ago, McGregor was a guest on the Conan O'Brien show. And Conan basically randomly asked Conor if he would ever do a boxing match and asked, would you fight Floyd Mayweather?
Ask a quick question. Obviously, your sport is different than boxing, than just pure boxing. You are the same weight as Mayweather. You guys are about the same weight.
Yeah, 145 pounds was the fight against Pacquiao, and my fight is 145 pounds.
Okay, so you're in the same weight class. What if you were in the ring with Floyd Mayweather? What do you think would happen? He's obviously one of the greatest boxers anyone's ever seen.
Well, if you're asking would I like to fight Floyd, I mean, who would not like to dance around the ring for $180 million?
Yeah.
It would be something that appeals to me.
I will do it, yeah.
But if we were to fight I certainly know he would not want to step into my world, the world of pure unarmed combat where there is no limitations. But I most certainly would step into his world, and I would certainly box him if the opportunity arose, most certainly.
Okay. I would be just fascinated. I know it's a completely different world, but
I mean, if you're talking about, there's no real fight in boxing left for Floyd anyway. After the Manny fight happened,
that's it.
There's no more real buzz. If you're looking to a fight that could generate interest, it must be across a match of different styles.
That's fascinating.
I've said it before, I don't feel boxing is the style of fighting that can beat Floyd. But saying that, there are many, many forms of fighting that can beat him. So if we were to get it on, I would most certainly dismantle him also.
Oh, wow. All right.
And it was kind of, out from nowhere, but it's out there. That a comment, the visualization of a Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight just from this innocent question is now something that just exists within the universe. So now, several months later, January 4th, 2016, Mayweather is being interviewed, and he mentions in the interview that he feels like he doesn't get enough respect, and then he mentions how that Conor, that he sees in the UFC, Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey gets more attention than he does, and he hinted that that it's due to racism. He says that there's still racism in our sport. When you see these people like Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey getting more respect than I do, and at the same time he's also putting the UFC down. The next day, of course, this pissed off McGregor, which basically started the feud between them. And he puts out there to Floyd Mayweather, don't ever mention me, my success in racism in the same sentence ever again. So he basically says, don't ever mention my success in racism in the same sentence ever again. That was the next day. That's January 5th, 2016. So now we fast forward. May 6th, 2016, a tabloid pushes the rumor that a McGregor-Mayweather fight is in the works. Okay, the very same day, Dana White puts this rumor down. 3 days later, May 9th, Mayweather admits he started the rumor. So Floyd Mayweather admitted that he started the rumor on May 9th, 2016. 2 days later, May 11th, Dana White says there is no fight being planned, but if Mayweather wants one, he can call him. 5 days later, May 16th, 2016, Mayweather says he would come out of retirement for a fight against Conor McGregor. He said he would only come out of retirement for a fight against Conor McGregor. 4 days later, May 20th, 2016, Mayweather tells TMZ he offered McGregor $50 million for a fight. 50. 2 days later, McGregor scoffs at the money. May 31st, 2016, Mayweather posts a fake poster of the fight to get under McGregor's skin. So May 31st, Mayweather posts a fake poster of the fight. July 6th, 2016, McGregor said if he focused on boxing, he could take Floyd Mayweather. November 15th, 2016, McGregor says if he can get $100 million, he would fight. 2 weeks later, November 30th, 2016, McGregor obtains a boxing license in California. December 9th, 2016, odd makers begin releasing odds for a hypothetical fight. January 11th, 2017, Mayweather once again states he'd come out of retirement if Conor would fight him and offers him $15 million. The same day, McGregor releases a cartoon of McGregor he releases a cartoon of himself standing over a knocked out Mayweather. The cartoon says, "Call me CJ Watson." Now, McGregor was referencing Mayweather's beef with pro basketball player C.J. Watson, who was allegedly involved with the boxer's ex-girlfriend, which led to a physical altercation. According to police reports, Mayweather was so upset about text messages shared between his ex-girlfriend and Watson, which led to a confrontation where he allegedly assaulted her. Mayweather later pled guilty to domestic violence charges and served 2 months in jail for the incident. 2 days later, January 13th, 2017, Dana White makes a counteroffer of $25 million for each fighter. That same day, Mayweather laughs at the offer. January 28th, 2017, McGregor says on a pay-per-view event he believes his next fight will be against Floyd Mayweather. March 10th. Mayweather says McGregor is all bite and no bark. 2 days later, March 12th, Mayweather says he has officially unretired and is ready for the fight. March 16th, Dana White admits he finally thinks the fight will happen. 2 days later, March 18th, McGregor says he's the boxing guy and promises to finish McGregor. McGregor says he's the boxing guy and promises to finish Mayweather. April 5th, Conor's trainer says he's preparing for the Mayweather fight. June 15th, the Nevada Athletic Commission approves the fight for August 26th at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Vegas. It's official. Now, this is being called the $1 billion fight. At the end of the day, no one knows exactly how much money this thing's going to pull in. It all comes down to how many pay-per-view subscriptions are sold this week, ticket prices, merchandise, and everything like that. Basically, the agreement between Conor and Floyd is secret. They're not allowed to talk about it before or even after the fight in terms of how much each of them gets. The rumor is that it's a split of about 75-25, 75 going to Floyd Mayweather, 25% going to Conor. Conor McGregor, I think, is expecting to earn between 75 and 100 million. So it all depends on the subscriptions this week. But the hype and everything is just going through the roof, and I'm excited about it. Now, to wrap this thing up, we're going to talk about what people think of this fight. So, at the beginning here, basically everybody comes out and says, like, this is the dumbest thing ever. You have perhaps the greatest living boxer of this generation, Floyd Mayweather, 49-0, and he's going to fight a guy who's never boxed. He's going to fight a guy from the UFC who is used to kicking and holds and different types of punches and things like that. That Conor stands no chance. And that is what is so awesome about this. Because on the one hand, you have that reality. On the other hand, you have Conor McGregor, who, when he says he's going to do something, he does it. And this stems, again, from this law of attraction that he so deeply believes in, that he sees it, and he gets it. And in his whole life, this is a guy that was a plumber, and now is dirty, stupidly rich, and famous worldwide, about to fight one of the biggest fights of all time. Now, the thing is, Conor would say that seeing is one thing. You have to work for what you want. And the dude has been working. It's not like he is just going to go in that ring unprepared. He has been working very hard. I won't get into all of it, but it's out there. He's been training correctly. He's been has a whole new training regimen that he's super stoked about in terms of his cardio, because he's going to have to go. The MMA is kind of 5 rounds, 5 minutes, a total of 25 minutes. The boxing is going to be 12 rounds of 3 minutes, so up to upwards of 36 minutes. So he's changed his cardio, he's changed his diet, He's been boxing every day. He's been boxing every day within the rules of boxing. See, that's the thing. Everybody admits that if this was just a fight between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, that the odds are like 100 million to 1 Conor McGregor wins. He's got so many skill sets, not just punching.